So within the Crypto.com, you can earn up to 6% on your CRO token when you stake it within the Earn program. But if you stake it within the Crypto.com DeFi wallet, you can earn up to 11%. This is going to be an in-depth tutorial video on how to stake your CRO token within the Crypto.com DeFi wallet. So if that's interesting, definitely stick around. Now, the first thing that you're going to need is the Crypto.com DeFi wallet. Now, I already made an in-depth video about it, so I'll leave that video link down below. But once you've created a wallet, you're going to have to transfer some CRO token into your DeFi wallet. Now, I'm assuming that if you are watching this video, you are a Crypto.com user, but if you're not, I have a referral link down below. If you do use my code, you can get a $25 bonus, but I'm going to explain as I walk through the entire process. So the first thing that I'm going to do is click on CRONOS, and I have about $1,000 worth of CRO in my wallet. Now, obviously, in order to stake CRO tokens, you have to buy or invest into it, and that is something that is completely going to be up to you, whether you believe in the company's future or not, or the utility of the token as well. But once you bought CRO, the next thing that you're going to do is click on transfer, and then it's going to give you the Crypto.com DeFi wallet option, which I'm going to click. You have that option available if you've connected your DeFi wallet to your Crypto.com app when you created your account. I'm going to click on CRONOS, and then it's going to ask you to select a network. Now, in order to stake your CRONOS token, you're going to have to click on the crypto.org option, not the CRONOS option. So I'm going to do the max amount, withdraw. If it's your first time transferring crypto over, I highly recommend transferring a smaller amount first before you do a larger amount. Confirm all the information, and then the withdrawal process should have begun. And now my funds have been transferred. Typically, it takes about a minute to transfer, so it's pretty quick. Next, you're going to have to go to the bottom right corner and click on Earn. And a while back, I staked some CRO just to kind of experiment with the staking process, and so far, it's been pretty good. So I'm going to click on Assets, and then it's going to show my validator's name, which is New Shepherd. Estimated annual reward is 10%, my stake balance, and reward balance. We'll go over all this later on, but I'm going to click on Explore More Options. And right now, my CRO balance is around 8,500 CRO tokens. If I click on the max amount, click on Proceed, it's worth around $1,200. Now, I don't recommend staking your entire CRO tokens with one validator. This is going to make sense in just a second. So instead, what I'm going to do is divide this up into 4. So that's going to be 300, 300, 300, 300. So this is going to be about 2,100 CRO tokens or CRO tokens stake. And then it's going to give you a list of validators. Now, the question that I receive often is, which validator do I choose? If you go to the very top, it's recommended to select a validator that has more than 98% uptime for staking reward performance and less than 7% voting power to keep the staking pool decentralized. So for the most part, a lot of these are over 98%. They're kind of in the 99% range, so that's pretty good. And a lot of these are less than 7% voting power. Now, if you scroll down, you'll actually see a few validators that have more than 7% voting powers. New Shepherd, which is the one that I chose earlier, and this is because I staked this one back in, I think, like November, and there weren't a ton of validators, and New Shepherd was one of the newer ones. We have Falcon Heavy and Starship, so I don't recommend going with them. And this is for the sake of decentralization. You don't want one validator to have too much voting power, but one thing to know is that the more voting power that they have, the more CR tokens they have staked, whether it's themselves or other people staking with their nodes. So in a sense, they are kind of pressured to not fail, but at the same time, if you give them too much voting power, that kind of makes the entire network more centralized. So let's go ahead and just choose one as an example. So let's choose Icy Road. Now, there are a couple things that you should not just choose validators based on. Number one, the estimated percentage return. So this is 11.19%. Once I click on Confirm Validator, you'll see that this specific validator takes 0% commission. Just because they charge 0% doesn't mean that you should always go with them. Of course, they're kind of incentivizing users to stake with them, but there is a risk when it comes to staking. So just because you stake your crypto with a validator or with somebody does not guarantee that your tokens will be safe. Yes, you are supporting the CRONOS network, but at the same time, if these validators decide to disappear, your tokens are gone. So yes, understand that there is a risk of losing your crypto if you decide to stake your crypto within the DeFi wallet. We don't know for what reason, what these validators might do, but there is a possibility, which is why you would spread your staking across multiple different validators instead of one specific one. That means that you can stake with 10 different validators, 20, 30, it's completely up to you. How do you know which validator is reliable? You don't. That's kind of the thing. You just don't know unless you specifically know somebody that has like a channel or somebody that runs a node. Like you might know who Stake Pool is. Maybe you know that he or she is a reliable person, so you decide to stake with them. So I'm actually going to choose Stake Pool as one of my validators. This validator will be receiving 2% of my rewards. I'm completely okay with that. Click on confirm stake, and then it's going to say pending. So you have to wait till you get approved. And there we have it. So I have New Shepherd. I have Stake Pool. I'm going to click on explore more options. Let's do 2100 again, stake. And for my next one, let's actually go ahead and choose CRO Army. I'll be giving them a 10% commission, which I'm personally comfortable with. If anything, if they have a 0% commission, I feel a little bit uncomfortable. 10% sounds about right. So click on confirm stake. And for the sake of this video, I skipped over the rest of the staking process, but I chose Cosmos Station, Stake Pool, CRO Army, and Coinbase Cloud. If I go back, you'll actually be able to see the progress of your staking. And from there, all you got to do is just hold it in your DeFi wallet, wait it out, and if you ever want access to your crypto, just unstake it. You get rewarded every 5 to 6 seconds according to crypto.com. Also, I believe that there is a 28-day debonding process if you want to unstake your crypto. So the moment you unstake it, you'll have to wait 28 days until you get your CRO tokens back. So for New Shepherd, if I click on the 3 dots, you actually have the option to switch validators as well if you ever want to do that. But if I click on unstake, do the max amount unstake, I would click on confirm unstake, and I would have to wait 28 days later to get access to my CRO tokens. Now let's say that time has passed by and you've accumulated some rewards. So for New Shepherd, I have a reward balance of 31 CRO. I can click on claim rewards. And then you have the option to collect your CRO token back into your wallet or to restake it for compound interest. So I'm going to click on claim to restake, proceed, and then it's a very simple process. Review the details, click on confirm claim to restake, and then it's going to go through another pending process. Since I'll be earning around 10 to 11% on my 10,788 CRO tokens, I'm expected to get around 11 to 1,200 CRO per year. The dollar amount is going to depend on the token price, but assuming that the token price will remain the same for an entire year, we're talking about $1,500, so that's anywhere between $150 to $165 per year. If you ever wanted to run your own node and become a validator yourself, you can look at the instructions on how to do so. I personally am not interested, but if you ever wanted to, you can definitely check it out. Now, why would anybody want to stake their CRO tokens? And there are several reasons, right? The first one is that person may be a long-time investor in CRO or the crypto.com ecosystem. Now, the first thing that most people should take a look at is crypto.com's white paper so they can see the utility of the CRO token. You can use the token to pay and send CRO tokens. You can use it for the Visa card, the DeFi wallet, the Earn program, credit, DeFi swap. You can stake it within the crypto.com app. The more you stake, the more you can earn on your other cryptos, and you can use it for your crypto.com exchange. Unfortunately, the exchange is not available within the US, but you can get discounted on trading fees. So overall, crypto.com is building out a pretty solid ecosystem. The question is, does the crypto community or people want to use these services? If investors believe in it, that's when you see people buying up CRO tokens and holding it long term. If they're not a believer in what they're proposing, then there really is no reason to invest into these CRO tokens. So that investment decision is going to be completely up to you. Now, if somebody's deciding to invest into the CRO token long term, we're talking maybe a year to 3 years, then they have the option to earn some interest on it while they hold on to it, or they can just choose to hold on to it on cold storage where they can guarantee the safety of their crypto. So again, staking is optional. If you choose to do it, great. If you don't want to do it, that's totally fine. But overall, it's a pretty simple process. Well, with that said, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, leave it down below. I would love to know down below which validator did you decide to choose and how was the staking process for you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Over. Good night, good morning. Adios.